On Monday night, we'll be having one more public hearing on our fiscal year 21 budget. So our budget starts in July. That's why you might be wondering why fiscal year 21. And we are going to then have a vote. I am extremely grateful to our finance director and all of our departments, because what they did was, as you know, with your personal budgets, the pandemic is affecting everybody, from businesses to governments to our households. And so they all got together and cut budgets 20% before they even came back to us to say, review the budget, give us some details, let us know what you think. And so I'm really grateful for that, because we're being fiscally responsible. We are preparing to say that we'll have certain income coming in that's lower. And then, if these projections are incorrect either way, we'll look at what is happening and be able to adjust throughout the year. So we will have our last public hearing. So I hope people will tune in and will speak, and then we will have a vote. But again, very grateful to our finance team and all of our team, Tucker. So we're going to have a first read on Monday night for a special land use permit for an auto repair shop. It's located at Tucker Norcross Road, where it hits Chamblee Tucker, and then you've got Britt Road right there. It's a 2-story small retail building. You've got a nail salon, you've got an accountant, there's a billiards club, and then behind it is the auto repair shop. And those require a SLUP in the commercial 2 district, so it's zone C2. But to operate an auto repair shop, you need to have a SLUP, a special land use permit. And that allows us to take these zonings case by case to look at that, to say, how is it going to affect the character area? How is it going to affect the environment? What about the aesthetics of it? And it allows us to put some really good conditions on there to protect that area and the residents that are going to be living behind it. Now, again, it's a first read. We're going to hear from the applicant. We are going to hear from the neighbors, I hope, and we'll be making a decision later on. But again, this is a first read for a special land use permit for automotive repair. We'll be considering an engineering contract for sidewalks on Old Norcross Road. We're talking about the west side running from Lawrenceville Highway to Spring Glen. And if you've ever driven on Old Norcross, or you've seen, we didn't even need a study to tell us that it's heavily used, because there is a path worn by everybody who walks that way. So they're walking to the library, they're walking to MARTA, they're walking to the Tucker Nature Preserve, they're walking to the shops on Lawrenceville Highway. So we know that there is a need for pedestrian safety right there. I will say that it's going to be a difficult project, probably why it's not been done in the past previously. You have to look at the grading. We're going to have to probably maybe move some utility poles. As you know, they're pretty close to the road there. And we're also going to have to look at drainage. So I think some people feel like sidewalks, oh, it's easy, just pour some concrete, do a little edging, but a lot more goes into it depending on the road. So we're going to have to get an engineering firm to come in and look at all of that, design it, and even look at the easements. It runs along a lot of people's property, so we're going to have to work with all of those property owners as well. I'm excited that we're getting started on this, because it is a top priority. Pedestrian safety, especially on that road, as where it connects to all of those great uses: parks, libraries, commercial, transit, and we want our pedestrians to be safe. Please remember, Election Day is Tuesday, June 9th. I encourage everybody to go out to vote if you haven't done your absentee ballot and if you haven't done early voting. If you have not received your absentee ballot yet, you need to check on the My Voter page with our Secretary of State. It'll tell you when it's projected to arrive. If you don't receive it in time, you can go to the polls, and please let the poll manager there know about your predicament. And if you do receive it and you think it's too late to mail it in, there are drop boxes located throughout the county. Closest ones to Tucker, there's 2 at the Memorial Drive complex where the Board of Elections is, and also where you would pay for your tag, where the tax commissioner's office is. And then there's also one in front of the Stone Mountain City Hall. So just encouraging everybody to get out and vote. Always great to exercise your right to do that June 9th.